Hello, everyone. Welcome to Make It Viral Media podcast. Today, we have a special guest. He is a owner of plumbing and gas company called TriCare Services,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yes.
Yes.
And he is a legendary plumbing master. Let's find out his story today. So, Sam, welcome to MRV podcast.
Thank you, Raj.
So,
I'm glad to be here.
thank
Appreciate it.
you're very welcome. And now, kind of tell us like who are you and what is your business about?
My name's Sam Watson. I'm from Tampa, Florida. I was born in Parrish, Florida, just south of Tampa, and I've been in this state for almost 65 years.
In Florida.
Right here in Florida, born and raised, third generation. Um, we, I guess, I started out, like everybody else here. My grandfather did construction. My dad did construction, truck driving, and my mom worked for Singleton Shrimp Plant.
So your father also a business owner?
No, my dad was a truck driver in Tampa, and he mostly did trucking. In the beginning, when he got out of his military service, he worked down in Bradenton on what they call gill netting for saltwater shrimp, stuff like that, fish.
So how did you get into plumbing though?
I got into plumbing. I got out of the military. I was a jet engine mechanic in the Navy. I went in as a aviation machinist mate. I wanted to work on aircraft. They stuck me in as a helicopter mechanic, anti-submarine warfare. Plane. I went in as plane captain. Mm-hmm. And when I got out, I was looking to fit in a government position, maybe police officer or firefighter, and so I went to Tampa Fire Department, did the training grounds out there. I wasn't working for them at the time, but I did the training out there for TFD, and was in firefighting and EMT 1 and 2 is what we got trained in. And I had a falling out with my ex-father-in-law. So I went into plumbing, and I was working plumbing at the same time because I had to have a job when I got out.
Yeah.
I spent 8 years in the Navy, but when I got out, trying to find out my niche in life where I was going to fit in, I got involved in plumbing, and I spent 1 year in houses, and a friend of mine said, "Hey, you want to go work in the mechanical industry, part of plumbing and HVAC?" I said, "Sure."
Yeah.
So I went to work for a mechanical contractor that's how I got started in plumbing.
So did you start your company right off of that?
Well, my company didn't get started until about 10 years after being in the industry.
Okay.
I did 4 years plumbing in the apprenticeship program, and then I did 4 years HVAC in the apprenticeship program while doing both of them, working for a mechanical contractor called Tapuni Mechanical here in Tampa. I love that company. I love the job that I did. I appreciate the people that sent me to get my training in the apprenticeship program. I was a lot of it. I applied some of the jet engine mechanic that I was in from the Navy into the process of being a plumbing and gas individual technician plumber. So it was very interesting. I enjoyed digging into the high rises and hospitals that we were building from the ground up, and also the apartment complexes and some mega mansions.
I see. So, like in 40 years of your business, a long time, right?
Yes.
So you're the master, the plumbing master, right? Correct.
I'm a master plumber.
Master plumber.
I have my license. Yeah. I have books that date back from 1933. And a copyright of the book 1924, the original plumbing code book. But I've got books all the way from there all the way up to now.
Yeah, I know. I saw them.
It's called my library.
Yeah, I saw that his library. It's a big library. I never thought that plumbing would have so many books to study like that.
Well, plumbing is very intricate, wherein a lot of people try to short sell plumbing The problem with short selling plumbing is you can't short sell the issues with plumbing and the design and the meticulous application of plumbing. If you don't plumb something in correctly, you'll live with it for a lifetime, and it will be a pain or a thorn in the side. Yeah. So plumbing in itself, when you have water going into a business structure or even a home, if it's not done right, it will actually destroy a structure, because water is a universal solvent for anything. Yeah. It will, if you got a leak in the ceiling or a leak under the slab, a leak in the ceiling will destroy your home.
Yes.
A leak under the slab, you're going to have to bust the slab, which means you got to go through finished floor to get to that plumbing leak, or shut it down and repipe your house or your building.
That's so, like, yeah, you have to be very careful with that plumbing issues, and that can cost you more.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars if you're not careful.
So as a house owner, like if you're a house owner, what is the best practice they should do when it comes to plumbing side?
The best practice is quality. Cry quality once, and then be done with it.
Yes.
You want, to me, my opinion, I want to put copper or CPVC in. I would not put the spaghetti piping in that they're putting in today.
Yeah.
Copper has been tried, tested, and true for 100 years. We used to use galvanized a lot in the water piping, but you can't do that because it gets corrosive and it starts building minerals in it. But copper is the best piping out there is today. When it comes to the sanitary, you want to use PVC. PVC is durable, it's going to last, and it doesn't rust, corrode, contaminate.
Yes.
It will actually last as long as the copper water pipe will.
Gotcha.
So cast iron, we used to use cast iron. And cast iron, if properly done, will last as long, about 35 years is the shelf life, and then it starts to deteriorate even worse. But now they're putting Band-Aids in, and they're saying they're just as good. There's some pros and cons to what they're doing now, trying to make already old cast iron last longer, but eventually it's just a Band-Aid that's going in.
So what is the name of your company? That now you're a company owner. You have your own plumbing company.
Yeah.
And plumbing and gas, right?
Right.
What is the company name?
My wife and I, we own TRICARE Services Plumbing and Gas. I gave my wife the president's position because I don't want to deal with the phones. I don't want to deal with the banking. I don't want to deal with the insurance.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with accounting.
Yes.
My wife, and we didn't know we were going to own this company, but when we married, she was working in the banking industry and the insurance industry. So when we opened up our doors, there's my office manager right there.
So she knows what to.
And and the technology today with computers, I mean, you can wear many hats right now, and it usually just takes two people in the office.
Yes,
that's on that side of it.
Yes,
we have myself as an estimator and Axel Zayas as my field manager. He's a estimator on the other side, plus field manager. So it makes it easier for us, but. That's pretty much, how our company evolved into. We started with just me and Kelly and another business partner, and we actually bought him out. And then we kept our doors going.
Gotcha. So TRICARE Services is if you need plumbing and gas solutions.
There you go. TRICARE Services Plumbing and Gas. We are a hybrid shop. We don't just do certain. We don't put all of our eggs in one basket. We do everything in plumbing and gas. We don't mess around. We like to say our motto is we want the customer for life, not the job.
Not the job. So you're not just doing a one-time job and then get done with it, but you're building up a relationship with them lifetime.
We're building a relationship with the customer with trust, and we're also hoping to build our reputation, which we've been doing for about 14 years since our door's been open. Yeah. We're building our reputation through our customers so that they tell their friends, neighbors, and acquaintances, hey, if they're looking for a plumbing company, give us a call.
That's the best marketing.
Yeah, I mean, in some of the skill set that I've picked up, I mean, out of 20, 40, over 40 years in plumbing, I did 20 years teaching it at night. So I just didn't, go into the military, decide to get in plumbing and open up my doors.
Yes.
I turned around and I went back and taught it, gave back to the industry, and I learned so much teaching it. I taught various code books and various applications, so many ways and things to learn and how to apply and do things.
So, what are the, like, since you have been in industry over 40 years and being a teacher in that industry as well, and also own a plumbing company, and what are the changes that have been in the industry since then?
Well, a lot of the changes are material because basic plumbing is you do your rough in underground, your second rough, your trim out, you have your drainage, and you have your water piping. And then you have different systems involved in that, especially if you're doing softened water, if you're doing hard water. There's so many things out there right now, and the plumbing industry has grown so much, and it's so intricate that you have to know quite a few systems to actually give the customer the best bang for their buck.
Yes.
And if you don't go out there and do that in the beginning, you're kind of short-sighting the customer.
Yeah.
If they don't understand hard water and soft water and piping hard water to the hose bibs and soft water to the rest of the house,
Yes.
you kind of want to tell them hiring a plumber and then putting a water softener on their home keeps the plumber out of their house for at least 10 years.
Wow. Yeah.
So I like to go in there and do the complete. I do my own designs.
Yes.
I don't let nobody design any plumbing that goes into any structure that we put in unless it's a huge commercial structure that we have to let an engineer do it. Florida master plumbers can design the plumbing going in a home.
Okay. So they're allowed to do that.
Yes.
And you have the skill set as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Sam, like, what is the number one reason that a homeowner call a plumber? What problem do they mostly have?
Mostly when they call, it's either a water leak or a stoppage. That's their number one reason. Now, because that's damage automatically.
Yes.
Okay. Because you don't want water damage ruining your carpets, your tile, your home. That could be serious. The second thing, you don't want a catastrophic sewer leak in your home, which then you have to get either or you're going to have to get water extraction and remediation to prevent mold. So that's the two things you want. That's the number one and number two. Other thing number three would be product failure, like a water heater. It either doesn't work or it's old and they break the tank breaks and you have a leak in the home.
No.
That's the other thing that goes back to number one, a water leak.
Yeah, I see. So they have to keep the house protected as well. So
at all times.
Must take action right away.
And the thing I want to say too is that homeowners need to budget for that water heater. If they don't have a tankless in their home, which they should, the tankless will save them money. But get that tank outside so if it does break, it doesn't flood the inside of your house, or have it in your garage where it's minimum damage.
I see. So that's a good practice.
Yes. Some of these houses, hot water heaters are in the attic, or they're inside a closet in the home. And I just shake my head going, this is an accident waiting to happen.
Yes.
And it actually helps on your insurance too.
Because insurance pay for it?
Oh, if it breaks and it damages, the insurance has to pay for the damage. But if you can get the water heater outside, then I'm sure your insurance will go down.
Oh, go down in that case.
Because if it's inside the home, that's just damage that's going to happen.
Got it. So that's a good thing to remember, if you're going to get a house.
Yeah, never design your home to have a water heater inside the house.
Inside the house. Okay. So what is one small issue people ignore that often turns into a big emergency?
Not putting a water softener on.
Hmm.
Water softeners keep your plumbing clean and pristine for about 10 years.
Huh.
Okay. Um, the thing that gets to me though is there's so many companies out there that oversell water softeners, and they go into reverse osmosis. They go into very, very purified water. You really don't need extreme purified water at all. You just need a water conditioning system. Anytime you're pulling minerals out and putting minerals in, Mother Nature will take care of herself.
Yeah.
But to bring out the excessive carbon and minerals, that will save your fixtures at least 10 years, and your dishwashers to be exact, and your ice makers.
Yeah.
You need to save those products by protecting those products. And that's your first line of defense.
Yeah.
You don't need to go extreme, because once you go extreme, now you're on the hook for filters every 6 months.
Yes.
And now filters are just money out the door.
Yes.
You know, if you have aquariums, I understand having an RO system, because ROs take out a lot of the minerals so that you can't have certain aquariums set up with ROs and the water going in. But I highly recommend that if you don't have aquariums, saltwater aquariums, then stick with your ROs, stick with your normal water softening equipment, and get the kind that, parts are easily to replace,
So those are small things that we don't pay attention to.
Yeah, the water conditioning coming into your home is something that I think you need to keep your water filtered so that calcium buildup and mineral buildup on your fixtures outside, it don't ruin it. Reverse osmosis, if you have metal piping or metal fixtures, faucets and stuff, RO systems can tend to be high acidic, and it can actually eat away at the metal piping.
Got it.
A lot of people don't talk about that too much.
Gotcha. And the other one of the major one, like, what are the most common plumbing mistakes homeowners make, that you have seen in your, work time, like in your time?
Thinking that they can get plumbing cheaper.
Uh,
When you go out there and you hire unlicensed or unskilled plumbers,
mm-hmm.
first of all, get 3 bids. Get 3 bids.
Yeah.
Second of all, look and make sure they're licensed and insured.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these people, once they go into the wall or underneath the house or in an attic, you have no idea what's going to happen. And I would rather you have an insured, licensed insured contractor there that will protect their customer.
Yeah.
Those that, when you're insurance poor, and that's what I call it in the industry, we're insurance poor. In other words, if something happens, our insurance covers us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're safe. But when a handyman or an unlicensed contractor goes in and he starts messing with water, and something breaks loose and causes damages, now you got a bigger problem.
Yeah.
Now you got to turn around and you got to go find that guy. And usually you're not going to find him.
Yeah.
He's not going to answer the phone. He's going to block your number. There's no way you're going to, and you have no recourse, because first of all, unlicensed, no license number. You can't go to the state. You can't go to the building department. You can't go to code enforcement.
Yeah.
There's no recourse for you to collect your money for a job not done right, or not protecting you as the customer coming in licensed and insured. And all you got to do is look up their numbers with the state of Florida.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the state of Florida is quick.
Yeah.
If you're not licensed and insured, they'll tell you straight up, or they'll tell the customer.
Yeah.
But look it up on the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation, and you'll find if they're certified or not, and if they're active or not. Because if you don't have workman's comp and you don't have liability insurance, the state of Florida will cancel you. They will actually deactivate your license right there.
Wow. So you need to be licensed in order to do plumbing, and also if you're a homeowner, make sure you call the right plumber who is licensed.
Yes.
And so, do you have to renew this license every
year, or every 2 years? We have to recertify with CEUs to keep our license up to date. But every year, you have to show a certificate of insurance to the state and to your local business or your local municipality building departments. You have to have that insurance, that certificate of insurance in their office. And they will come after you and tell you, hey, your insurance fixing to expire in 30 days. Send us a new one. And all you do is just pick up the phone, call your insurance company and say, hey, fax this over to the building department, keep us covered.
Wow.
If not, you don't go into business.
Wow. So people, friends, do not go cheap, right?
Yeah. If you go cheap, you're going to pay for it. And we have a saying in the days of old, pay me now or pay me later. And plumbing's, I know it's not cheap, but plumbing is there because we have licensed professionals that go out there and work for us. They represent our company. I'm the licensed professional. I have the trained plumbers that work for us, and they go out there and they do the job. And if something does go wrong, because unless you're Jesus Christ or you walk on water, there's something that's going to go wrong. You want somebody that's already covered for that issue that comes up, so they're protecting you and them. And that's how you build a great relationship with customers. You look out for their welfare first and your own at the same time.
That's a great advice. I think it's a great one. And I know most people they look at the pricing number first.
Oh, yeah.
Before they look at anything else.
That's what gets us in trouble. Sometimes you browbeat or you want to go cheap so hard, so fast, and then you forget, you know what? I'm cutting the professional out.
Yes.
Now I'm bringing the handyman in because the professional has to make up for not only paying for their plumber, but also keeping their plumber with a solid skill set so that he doesn't go looking for a job somewhere else. So we have to pay insurance. We have to pay overhead to them. We have to pay holiday pay. We have to take care of them. And they're like family to us.
Yes.
So with that kind of continuity in our own company, we want that same continuity with our customer.
Yes, exactly. So now, what do you think that TriCare services different from other plumbing and gas companies?
We have an extensive skill set and extensive customer service. And the way that we address that is by keeping our plumbers learning every day something new, something different. And that way they have that opportunity that if a phone call comes into the office and they say, hey, do you have anybody that can do this? Yes, we do. And can they do it right? Yes, they can. We do construction. We do service. We do LP gas. We do natural gas. Our guys are our skill sets are in all of that. Yes. And we're always building on it. In plumbing, you can never learn it all, but you can keep your feet immersed in it so that you have all that ability and resources at your fingertips.
Yes, I remember, and you said that you have been teaching plumbing as well.
Well, I taught plumbing for 20 years, plumbing and gas, and I'm able to pass that on to my guys. In my own office, I have a library full of books that date back to 1924, 1933, 1955, all the way up to today. I have that library of books in my office that I'm able to share, go through. If I read something, if I see something, I can work on houses built in the 40s and 50s. I can work on houses built to today's standards. And we have that all that at our fingertips.
Yes. So in that case, like, you are talented, and you make sure your team, your crew is well skilled.
My team gets those same pages that I read for them to read. And I know it's on the computer because if I have to take the pages, I have to copy them and then send them to them over the computer because they don't want to open a book. They want to read it on a computer now.
Gotcha. So another question I have. For someone just starting a trade business today, what advice would you give to build a company that lasts decades?
That's a tough question because you got to have a lot of patience, and you got to remember, if you're going to build a company, especially in the trades, you got to figure, do you have a family, and how deep do you want to go into it? When I was teaching and working, I barely saw my family for the first 5 years.
Wow.
And I was teaching, I was trying to make a living. I wanted to do all this stuff. I had no idea that what they were telling me about, hey, you want to stay here, you want to be loyal, you want to have a job for a lifetime. And me, I had this grandiose image of, I want to own my own company.
Yeah.
If I could think that over again, I would rather make a living in one company and be the top dog or the top superintendent or one of the top superintendents or top dogs than own my own company. Because now that we're established, it's easy, but getting established, it's a tough haul, and you gotta have thick skin. There are times that you got to grit your teeth.
Yes.
And there are times that you're going to have to deal with some things that are just, you look at it and you go, is it worth it? But, once you're accustomed to it, if you, today's day and age right now, it's tougher because skill set and learning is what propels.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of in-depth teaching, bringing it all together for cohesiveness.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about our company. When you have old structure plumbers that are out there teaching, you automatically know if you got a guy coming in, if he's going to make it or not.
Yeah.
Because you can see their ambition, their initiative.
Yeah.
Are they going to do it, or are they in it to try and build their own customer base up? And the problem with that is you can't have those guys working for you because they're not looking out for the company. They're looking out for them.
Yeah. So being in the business, what kind of challenges you face during the like a journey of business as a business owner?
The challenges are everyday material, being made. Somebody's got a new mousetrap in material, and you just look at it and you go, we have a rule in our office and in our company that if you put something out, it better have 10 years behind it because you're not using my customers as a guinea pig.
Yeah.
I don't like prototypes. I need to be immersed in the knowledge of how it works, what type of material, what the warranties are. And is the warranties benefiting the customer or is it benefiting the company or the manufacturer? If I see something that doesn't benefit the customer, I won't install it.
Gotcha.
And I'm very adamant about that. My customer is not a guinea pig.
It doesn't matter how new it is.
Doesn't matter how new it is. My customer is not a guinea pig.
To test on.
Huh?
To test on.
To test on. I won't put acrylic tubs in.
Yes.
Because I have a thing about acrylic tubs. I just don't want the finish goes bad on them. I like brand names that have been around for years.
Yes.
And they back their product up.
Yeah.
Now, if the product is being backed up, I have no problem with a 5-year warranty or a 10-year warranty on a product.
Yeah.
But if you give me a 1 or 2 year warranty product, not going to happen.
Yeah. So you're saving your customer and your reputation as well.
I'm backing my customer up, and I'm going to be there to back them up too.
See, that's a good thing too. Like you must have that. So you build your reputation and your company lasts longer.
You have to have the knowledge in the industry to be able to do that. And you have to know what's going on. I remember a company called Eternal Hybrid. They came out with a tankless and it was the greatest thing in the world, 316 stainless steel. They flat went under. When they went under, they had lasted 6 years, maybe 6 years, 8 years at the most. Nobody could find them. When the tanklesses started failing, and they came in, they had this long-term warranty and everything. A lot of us bit into it, and once we started seeing the failure rates, and then other people who were installing them that weren't licensed actually started hitting the warranty, what we call the whole loop of the warranties. They started backing off on their warranties. We wouldn't install them. We stopped installing them. There were too many issues with their warranties being covered. too many hoops to cover. Customers couldn't jump through the hoops to get and we said, okay, enough. This is too much for the customer.
Mm-hmm.
We work with manufacturers that work with actual contractors. We try to make them keep the manufacturers solely to the contractor so that they don't, how do you say, indulge the customer into doing things that is not protocol for that fixture or for that appliance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's getting harder and harder every day because there's a lot of nuances out there that people don't know, that there's something called planned obsolescence, where it's where you make a product to not last 20 years, but it lasts 10 or 12 years.
You talked about me that other day.
Yeah, and the problem with that is you don't need to do that. Air conditioning systems used to last 20 years. Now they only last 12.
Yeah.
At max. So I want to see the manufacturers get back to protecting the customer like we protect them.
Yes.
You know, I know it's about profit margins and profit and loss, but it's also about having a repeat customer, not for the sole fact to sell them a new one, but to also put the service out there for it.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, nowadays everything is becoming money and like looking for profit. But then that kind of people are becoming more inhumane, I guess. The corporates.
Yeah, and the thing is we all live off a budget.
Yes.
And I want to see us get to protecting customers' budget like we protect our own budget.
Yeah.
But we also have to be paid because we put all this knowledge into it, and we want to be able to be paid for our experience and our knowledge.
Yeah.
You know?
So, as a business owner, like in the beginning, when you build your company, I mean, any companies, I think they need to know this process. How did you find your first client?
We actually started door knocking for our first client.
Really?
Yeah. We are the proverbial company that went out door to door knocking. You need a plumber. We would actually create a flyer with a phone number and a company name.
Yeah.
And we just hand it because we didn't know anything about, the animation of building,
any marketing stuff.
No, we didn't have any clue what we were doing for marketing. And then I got called into networking. I tried various networking, I want to say affiliates. And I went into BNI, and actually BNI actually helped keep us alive by joining them and learning about networking and word of mouth. And it helped us create a drip line that just fed us enough so we could get on our feet and brand our image out there the way that we wanted to do things. There are companies out there like us. They're few and far between, but they're out there.
Yes.
But we all believe in the same way of treating people and making things happen. So
I met you at BNI as well.
Yeah.
We met at BNI.
We met at BNI, and it's actually, we network and market ourselves around to where we know good, decent, vetted contractors and people. We need accountants.
Yes.
When I first got into plumbing and opened up my doors, you could ask me anything about plumbing.
Yeah.
I could definitely give you an answer.
Yes.
But you asked me about accounting, you asked me about business, you asked me about what it takes to put a dispatch system together. I'm like, huh? What? What's this got to do with plumbing? But due to me, thank God for Kelly, my wife, she's put all that together, and we've got a system now that, I think it just rivals others,
Yes. So now we learned about your company as well, and then you have, I like your slogan, we need the customer for life, not for the job, right?
Yeah, we want the customer for life, not the job. Right. And to do that is to bring the very best out there and treat our customers the very best. I know plumbing's not cheap, but it's not extremely expensive either. There is a happy medium. If you go cheap, you're going to have issues. If you go with know-how, skill set, reputation, longevity of being around, give us a call.
Yeah.
You'll find that we are extremely knowledgeable. We're extremely considerate. And when we design something, we design it for life.
I see.
You know?
But yeah, that helps people. And I think then the frequency of needing a plumber will be very low.
Right. For that customer.
Yeah.
But there's how many people right now between Hillsborough County and Pasco County and Pinellas?
That's a lot of people.
There's 4 to 6 million people
Yes.
right there, I guess. I want to say 4 million.
Yeah.
I don't want to say 6. I think the state of Florida's got 7. We may have more now,
Yeah.
but who knows?
Yes. Oh, I'm glad I'm glad that you came today, and I'm trying to think of like, are we missing anything that we should talk about, and definitely tell people,
Well,
and then share something really good topic, and that's something that really hit in your in your brain, and that's just be.
There's
really
2 things here. There's trust, and I want to talk about heating hot water. We are the niche of heating hot water. We can handle heating hot water issues. We serve a lot of different companies, commercial companies in the heating hot water industry, whether it be hotels, whether it be fast food franchises, stuff like that. We can go in and resolve anything on it. The other thing is, our biggest thing is trust. Once you have to see our work, once you deal with us, there are some people you're not going to please. I get that, and they always want to, browbeat you for bargain basement prices. We're not that company.
Yes.
We bring quality to you, and that comes with a price of having to have the people that can bring the quality working for you. So we want to build your trust and build the trust of the customer. And as we said before, we want the customer for life, not the job.
Not the job. Have you made any customers that they're trying to teach you?
Teach me?
Yeah, like when you're trying to do the job.
You mean the Google customers? I had a guy call me one time, and I turn around, and the guy called, and he goes, "I don't want your spill. I just want to know what tankless you sell." And I was like, "Sir, I sell this certain product, and I sell this certain product. What's the application?" He goes, "Well, you don't need to know that. I've done all the research." I said, "Well, sir, it's a gas component. I can't just arbitrarily tell you this is going to work without knowing how it's going to be installed and the environment around it. Yeah. I have to do the numbers." Yeah. Well, I don't need to talk to you. I already looked it up on the internet. Click. And I went, wow. Then a couple months before that, I had an individual call me who was working for a major corporation who would sub all this stuff out. And the individual called me from that corporation. They said, "We need your help." I was like, "How can I help you?" She goes, "Well, I have this customer in Ocala. He's arguing that he wants this specific product put in." I was like, "Really?" And she goes, "Yeah." And he's not getting it's sandwiching. The product's sandwiching. It's not hot all the time. It's hot and cold. Yeah. Could you talk to them and find out more? Because the plumbers that are out there are at their wits' end. Yeah. And I do want to say, as a side note, we have different plumbing companies that we work for because we go out there and help them because our knowledge is so in depth. Yeah. I don't mind them calling us. And they will call us because they trust. Yeah. So I'm on the phone, and she gets the customer on the line, and he tells me he's an engineer. Mm-hmm. He's already figured this stuff out, and this should work by this and this and this. And I was like, all right. So I talked to him a little bit, and I was like, okay, what was the temperature outside your house this morning? And he goes, "Well, it was so and so." And I was like, okay, you're an engineer, correct? He goes, "Yes." I was like, "The product that you have there is too small for that temperature differential. And you know what a delta T is?" And he goes, "Yeah, I know what delta T is." Yeah. I was like, "Okay, that product's too small." He goes, "No, sir, it's right here on the brochure that they gave me." I said, "Do me a favor, would you?" He says, "Sure." I said, "You have the brochure in front of you?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Fold that page out one more time." Yeah. Because the brochure was folded in thirds. Yes. And when he folded it out, he looked and he goes, oh my God, I see where I made a mistake.
That's a great story.
And I'm like, even engineers make mistakes.
Oh yes, yes.
So the idea is, you have to have trust in the person you're talking to on the phone.
Yes.
That's why I make it my point to make our company number one in knowledge and skill set and customer trust.
Yes.
And I know there's going to be hiccups along the way, but you know, building that trust is knowing that and working around the hiccups.
That's completely right. Yes. So get things done right, and then avoid regrets later.
Yep.
It might cost in the beginning, but long term, I think that will save money.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen the same thing in my industry, like web design and marketing, and even the web applications. And people try to be cheap, and they get like a really bad job. And then later they come to me, "Hey, I need to get this solved. Like fixed. There's a problem here. It's not working. It's not working. This is very slow. Yeah, you have not applied the right application or the right way of doing things. Like this is kind of a mess. So we have to untangle that mess later, and that costs money anyway.
Yep.
So fixing bugs on all kind of things, and when they think that like they're not engineers and they just like learn how things like okay, I can get a website done this way. Yes, you can, but there's a problem sometimes.
Anytime you avoid listening to the professional,
Yes,
or you try to dig into the professional,
yes,
to figure out how he does something,
yes,
you're not going to figure out all the nuts and bolts.
yes,
The professional is going to be able to figure out the nuts and bolts.
yes,
And if something goes wrong, he can come back and look at it and fix it because he is the professional that knows what cause and effect caused that product either not to work fully functioning,
yes,
or what cause and effect that came after.
yes,
Because sometimes you have to go 2 or 3 parts back to figure out what's happening right now.
yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Sam. And I think we talk about a lot of stuff on plumbing and even your story, and being in military and then to plumbing.
Well, I want to give it out to the foster kids out there too.
Yeah.
Because if you're a foster kid, you're going to make it. You just got to find the right company and the right people to keep encouraging you to apply yourself. Those kids out there that I'm a foster kid that made it. And I was very lucky. I had a grandmother that pushed me, and I was very lucky that I found the Lord and moved forward that way. None of us are perfect. There's none of us that walk on water.
Yes.
And we are always looking to be better people. But always, 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 the one word I say is application. Apply yourself. Once you apply yourself, you will learn principle and you will learn theory.
Yeah.
And once you do that, you can design anything in the world.
Nice advice. Great. Thank you very much, Mr.
You're
Sam.
welcome, sir. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
brother.
Welcome
Thank you.
to, I'm happy that you were here and joining our first episode of this year.
Yes, sir.
2026.
Many
Yes.
to come.
Yes. 2026, first episode of 2000 of our Make It Viral Media and Technology podcast. So our podcast, we try to bring business owners, local business owners in the area, and who are professionals, and learn about their story, and learn how did they make it, and how did they come this far, and what challenges like we talk about, and then even like what is the good message that we can give to other people, not only for business owners, for people who want to start businesses, even people who are at home, that they benefit these advices as well, and how they can use this to better their life, make it better at their home, like even the plumbing things, like how they can make, have best practices to maintain their household life, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that thank you very much again. And friends, please subscribe and like and share our podcast, and that helps us to grow and also help many people to learn about businesses.
I want to give my phone number out to my
Oh,
office.
yes.
If you ever need a plumbing company, call TRICARE Services, Inc., Plumbing and Gas, at 727-546-2059. We work in Hillsborough, Pasco, Pinellas, sometimes Hernando, sometimes Polk, and sometimes Manatee. Give us a call. You'll find that we'll treat you right.
We will put the number and the website link in the description as well. At the same time, you will see it on the screen as well. And if you have a plumbing issue or anything you want to know, if you are a plumber who's doing a business, you need some advice, call Sam Watson. He's a great guy. He will be there for you anytime. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Please like and share and let other people know about our podcast. And thank you, Sam. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Viraj.
Have a great year.
Be blessed. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you.